welcome to Sportshire. I'm your host, Griff McClellan, and today's guests feature Joan Rizzio, Maya Marcy, Avery Carter, Luke Choi, and Adam Kulis-Klopchin. Today, we will be discussing the Olympics. But first, I'd like to talk about the Super Bowl. Yes, I'd like to congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles on winning their first Super Bowl in franchise history. That was a great team win, and they knocked off the greatest quarterback of all time and the Patriots. What a win. Congrats, Eagles. Now, as we move on to the Olympics, I'd first like to talk about figure skating. Maya, what are your thoughts on this?
What I found really interesting about the United States this year in the Olympics is they usually dominate in figure skating, but this year they didn't even get a gold medal, which is really weird for the United States Olympic team.
This year we also saw in the figure skating that there was figure skating and ice dancing, which isn't usually as prominent as figure skating, but we saw beautiful performances in both. And the difference between figure skating and ice dancing is mainly like ballroom dancing on ice, so it's based off of smooth turns and dancing, and figure skating is more based off of jumps and swirls and that kind of stuff.
How would you guys describe Nathan Chen's performance?
Oh, I thought his performance was really good.
Well, he made history landing 6 quadruple jumps in one dance, which is incredible.
Yes. He did pretty well, I'd say. He's really young, too.
Yeah.
He did a great job. And now let's switch gears and talk about snowboarding. Adam and Luke, what did you guys take from this?
Well, we'll start off with Red Gerard. He was 17 years old, and he won a gold medal in Alpine, I believe. Just overall, amazing run. He's 17. He was born on June 29th, and just amazing.
Yes. And Luke, how about Shaun White? Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Shaun White and Chloe Kim, they both won gold medals.
USA, whoa!
Yay!
Chloe Kim scored a 98, right?
Yeah.
In halfpipe,
Yeah.
and Shaun White 97. That's impressive. Go USA, right?
Yeah.
It's her first time, too.
Yes. She's going to be the face of snowboarding for years to come, isn't she,
Next
Joan?
Shaun White.
Yes, she is. She certainly is. We'll support those girls and guys. They are very athletic, and they do amazing things on the snowboards.
Yes, they do. It was amazing watching Shaun White. He was injured in the 2014 Sochi Olympics, and seeing him come back and redeem himself was quite a scene. I was very amazed with his performance. And Joan, how about skiing?
Oh,
What's your
skiing
take on
is
that?
Terrific. Terrific. Of course, being a Vermonter and skiing, when I was young, I found it to be very amazing. After all, the Olympics are the major stage for skiing after the World Cup races. And the women did very well. They got their first gold medal in cross-country skiing in the relay. So that was terrific. Other than that, we only had Bill Koch, who won his back, and it was a silver, he didn't win gold, in 76.
Yes, and speaking of women winning gold, how about Team USA winning ice hockey for the first time since 1998?
Yes.
Right? Canada.
It's been them in Canada every year.
Yes, it's been USA and Canada every Olympics since 1998, and Canada had won every gold medal from 2002 to 2014. And USA won a thrilling game in a shootout, 3-2.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that, Adam?
Just a shocker, honestly. Canada getting upset by U.S. It's just been them Olympics after Olympics, and considering that U.S. finally won, it's just amazing.
Yes. How about you, Avery?
I think it's an incredible victory. You know, we've been trying so hard winning silver, and now winning gold. It's great.
Yes, we've been in second place the whole time.
Yeah.
And finally being in first place, it's a great feeling.
It reminded me of when our men won in 80 at Lake
Yes,
Placid. We had been
The
trying to
miracle on
beat those
ice.
Russians for a long time, and that was a great game.
And funny enough, the U.S. women's hockey team, that game was 38 years to the date, exactly after the U.S. men's Miracle on Ice.
That's
38
amazing.
years since that miracle. That was quite a game. I obviously wasn't alive to see it. Only Joan was.
Thank you
but
very much.
My dad has told me a lot about that, and I just feel like I was there watching it too.
It's
It
exciting.
lifted our spirits in this country. Maya, what else do you have to say about that?
I don't know. I just think it was something that really changed like hockey, like just the way that the United States looked at hockey for like years to come.
Mm-hmm. Luke, what else do you want to talk about? Hockey?
I don't know.
Hmm?
Well, the Olympics are fun.
Yes.
All right. So the Korea, they got together, and so North Korea and South Korea, they became one country
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
for the opening ceremony and the women's hockey. I
Yeah.
thought that
Yes.
was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was unique. They combined.
Yeah, they went through a civil war several years back, and
Yeah.
considering that they came back and fought this mental war together was
You definitely did not expect for them to
Yeah.
come together.
Yes. And speaking of countries and teaming up, what are your guys' thoughts on Russia and how they were labeled this Olympics? They were not allowed to show their flag. They
yeah.
were just labeled as the Olympic athletes of Russia. Joan, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I thought it was fair because you can't blame everybody for what some people do, but also under this flag that several of them were caught for doping.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they didn't learn much,
Mm.
I don't think.
Yes. It's a
And-
shame they doped.
Yeah,
Couldn't be represented well at the Olympics.
No.
Only a few athletes got recognition.
When they offered their hand, they should have kept it clean.
yeah.
Yes, it's how the Olympics should be every year.
Mm-hmm.
They're ancient. The Olympics have been going on for so many years, and they're meant to be played clean and just for entertainment.
Well, they're such nice young individuals, and they train so hard, and they put in so much time, whatever discipline they're in, that I feel, here you can showcase yourself and your sport.
And your country.
Yes. And
Yes.
imagine representing your country.
A 15-year-old winning.
And then
Gold
imagine
in
maybe winning a gold
free
medal,
skate,
every
yeah.
young person's dream.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's wonderful. It's a great 2 weeks.
Yes, it is. What would you guys say about this year's Olympics in general? Overall, how would you say? Would you say they were a success? Obviously, USA didn't lead
well.
in gold medals. Norway beat us out,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But how would you guys reflect on that, Adam? What do you have to say about that?
I would say overall it's a really shocking Olympics. Younger people under the age of 20 or 21, they won a fair amount of medals, them alone, but adding 20 to 22, 23, that just brought the medal count even higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shock that USA didn't win the most gold medals. We won hockey. What else? Won some
Curling.
snowboarding,
Bunch
curling.
of snowboarding, yeah.
Can't forget about curling, can we?
Yeah.
Cross-country skiing.
Cross
We
country
took
skiing.
some bronze in
Nice.
ice skating.
Yes. Yeah, we took a lot of bronze, some silver.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, by the next Olympics,
We'll
we'll
dominate.
be on top, and we'll be winning all the gold.
We'll be
I mean,
Norway.
It's no surprise Norway took 39,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where they're located.
Yes,
Cold
They've
all
always
year round.
done great in the
Yeah.
Olympics. Yes.
Right. But in skiing, Norway and Sweden are the leading teams. And we haven't been in the front seat in that sport in a long time. We've
Yes.
lagged behind, whether it's how we train, whether it's the association, whatever it is. But they train very hard to win. Not that we don't. And it's, we're behind.
It's a tough competition for
Yes, it
us, facing all these other countries that have so much more snow than we do. Norway, they have an advantage. Obviously, it showed in this year's Olympics, but
Yeah.
hopefully in the next 4 years, we can compete with Norway even better.
Right.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
So,
Yes. Adam, are there any other sports you noticed?
Well, in cross-country
there-
skiing, there was one Norwegian who just who just dominated. He had a hill named after him, the Klaverbakken,
Yes.
because he accelerates every time he goes up a hill, and he gained from less than a second to almost 5 seconds in a matter of 3 or 4 seconds.
But in cross-country skiing, for the women, we have to remember the names of Randall and Diggins,
Yeah.
because they were number one. They worked very hard. And you notice that it takes so much out of them physically,
Yeah.
because each one had to ski 6 laps, with an hour lapse between the semifinals and the finals.
Yeah.
And your body is tired. And that's why they collapse when they get across the line.
Going back to hockey, actually, there was an interesting decision by the NHL to not send players to the Olympics this year. I was shocked to hear this.
Yeah.
Luke, what do you think about that?
Maybe they don't want to get their players hurt, but
Yes. It also had to do with the location, close to North Korea.
maybe
It's questionable.
Yeah.
I love watching players from the United States represent our country in the Olympics. I remember 4 years ago when TJ Oshie
oh, yeah,
played
that guy.
hero for us in our shootout win over Russia. He was called up to do the shootout goal each time, and he delivered for us. Adam, do you remember that game?
Oh, not really. I
No.
don't watch much
I do.
hockey.
It was a while back, I see.
Yeah.
What do people think about the curling?
Really?
It's a game that
Well,
Well,
It
I
takes
haven't
talent.
watched it too much, but I've
Yeah.
heard there's science behind it with how you brush and
Yeah.
how you
I-
move the rocks. Yeah?
Well, it seems really simple, but there's a lot of rules to it.
There's definitely a lot of skill involved because it's a piece of granite that's like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And to be able to move it, you definitely need some skill
Yeah.
and strength.
slide it down there and knock them off. There's only 2 places in the world that granite comes from for those rocks.
wow.
And where are those places?
I can't remember,
think one
to
of them
be
is-
honest about
I
it.
think one of them is America. I don't remember exactly where, but
I thought the other might have been Scotland.
I think
Yeah.
Scotland is correct, yes. Cool. Yeah, curling, it's quite entertaining, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely not one of the biggest of the Olympic sports.
It's
I don't.
not.
I don't
Very
think they even
popular in
broadcast
Asia.
it.
It's popular in Asia, you say?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't really think they even broadcasted it.
They did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yes.
They probably broadcasted it once they made it to the finals.
Yeah.
I saw
No,
some.
it was, you were in bed when they were
Yeah.
broadcasting.
Oh, Joan, who took gold for curling? Do you remember?
His name was John. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Oh, so where in Asia is it popular?
I just think like all throughout
All
Asia.
throughout?
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that. Cool. Yeah, curling does not get as much recognition as
Yeah, not here.
it does in other countries, other continents. Yes.
I think being a Vermonter,
Yeah.
a true Vermonter, that it's nice to know that we had a lot of Vermonters in the Olympics.
There were a lot of
Yes.
Vermonters.
Uh-huh.
You know, that we have heard of.
Yeah.
And we know. So, in the skiing, Sophie Caldwell, who comes from a very well-known skiing family. You've heard of Andy Newell from Shaftesbury.
Yes.
You know, from little places like
And-
Peru.
Yeah.
Michaela Schifrin went
Oh,
to Burke
yes.
Mountain School.
Yes,
So
absolutely. And Lindsey Vaughn, everybody's heard of Lindsey Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was actually fortunate enough to see Michaela Schifrin ski at the World Cup this year.
Oh, really? Wow.
Wow.
That must have been fun. Yeah, it's really fun to watch her, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Olympics.
It's crazy how fast
Yeah.
they go. They go like highway speed down a hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're jumping like a whole football field.
Yes.
I don't want to try that.
It's very scary.
We'll leave
Yes.
that to the professionals.
This is what's so great about the Olympics. So many young athletes looking to compete for years in the future. Right, Joan?
Right.
And from small towns, you never heard of these people,
Right.
but then they shine, they do really well. Like, for instance, I remember when Nathan Chen was asked at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics, when do you think you'll appear in the Olympics? He said 2018. He was only, I think, 11 years old at the time.
And I was staggered, and I think he was staggered when he came out first in the skating and fell. And then the young Russian came out second. Yeah, I think he was 16 maybe. And
Yes.
he fell. And I thought, oh, wow, as a team sport, we're not getting off to a great start here. But
Well, Chloe Kim qualified for the 2014 Olympics, but she was too young to compete. So
right.
Maya, what are your overall thoughts on Chloe Kim?
I think Chloe Kim is really a great athlete, and all around she's really athletic. She's really athletic, and she's just a good teammate.
Yeah, I would agree. She's really fun to watch.
Yeah,
It was
Right.
really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can tell
she
she
landed
has a,
back-to-back 1080s that one time.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Snowboarding definitely got some recognition, as we stated earlier.
Yeah.
Shaun White and Chloe Kim leading the way for the United States.
Red
Is that in,
Gerard, he went from a 46 all the way up to an 87.
Red Gerard, wow.
Yeah.
and it's a
That-
fairly new sport in the
Yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah.
They introduced a new event this year.
Big
and
air.
it's big air.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like a giant jump, like a one-off.
Yes. Hmm.
It only really works with snowboards and skis. It doesn't work with sleds.
Doesn't work with sleds.
No, I tried.
All right. Thank you for the advice.
Save your arms and legs.
Yeah.
Something I found really cool was Mirai Nagasu, a figure skater in the women's ice skating for the United States. She was the first woman to ever land the triple axel spin, which has never been done before in the United States ice skating team, which was really cool.
Yes, so many records broken this year.
Yeah.
It's quite remarkable to see young athletes do such a thing.
Well, and some athletes have been to the Olympics multiple times.
And the
Yes.
younger ones this may only be their one chance.
Yeah, and like for Lindsay Vaughn, it's her swan song. She's not going to train for 4 more years.
I think
Come
this
in
may have
for
been
her
the
6th
last
time.
we see of
Yeah.
Lindsey Vonn.
I do too.
What a storied career she's had.
Yes.
She's fought back from injuries. She's done so well.
She had that terrible knee injury and couldn't go to Sochi.
Yeah.
And, and she's done well. I mean, it would scare the wits out of me, the speed you go down through there.
Yeah.
And she seemed to do it with ease.
Yes, 2018 was definitely a redemption year for the United States. Lindsey Vonn coming back from injury, Shaun White coming back from injury. It was a great mix of young athletes and veterans, and taking home gold for us. What would you guys say? Successful Olympics?
Successful.
Yeah,
Olympics.
successful.
Successful? Great. Well, thank you for watching Sportshire. I hope you all enjoyed the Olympics. See you next month.